Hey guys, this is Delphine with the CultureQuirk channel. So while I'm definitely into a lot of different kinds of J-pop groups and Japanese music in general, what I'd like to talk about today is one of my greatest interests, the music group Arashi. If you're interested in Japan or you live over there, you've probably at least heard of them. They're super popular right now. I've been a fan of Arashi for over 6 years now. So for anyone who's interested, I would like to give my introduction to the group. Arashi is an all-male, 5-person group that is a member of the Johnny's & Associates talent agency. The 5 of them are young and handsome, and they have a very fun and happy image. Most of their music is very cute and lighthearted, or they're meant to be uplifting or inspiring, but every once in a while they also have something a little bit darker, which is interesting too. While I do really love listening to their music, I'll say it right now, I'm not really a fan of them based on just the music aspect itself. They have decent voices, but not the best in the world. They can dance, but they're not incredible at it, except for one of them. I'll get to that later. And they don't usually write their own stuff, so they're very commercialized. So while their music is fun, Arashi's charm extends way beyond the music business. First of all, they're all actors as well, and pretty good ones in my opinion. One of the boys, Ninomiya Kazunari, has actually starred in Clint Eastwood's film Letters from Iwo Jima, if you've heard of that. They've all acted on stage as well, in both plays and in musicals. They have their own variety shows that are generally pretty entertaining, which I'll be making a video about that very soon. Most of them have their own radio shows. One of them is a newscaster, one of them is a visual artist, the list goes on. The most charming thing though, beyond their talents and activities, are the members themselves. They all have such unique and different personalities, and yet they have this amazing group chemistry that feels so real and so refreshing, and I think that's where the fandom truly lies. So let's go through all the members. Ono Satoshi. Ono is the leader of Arashi, but he's well known for being very unleader-like. He's not very assertive or talkative, and he tends to zone out a lot or just be really odd. The other members poke fun at him for this, but honestly, it's all in good fun because they all love their Dida. He'll make really random comments, and I think he's just so cute and funny, even if he doesn't mean to be. Ono is truly an artist in many ways. He's definitely the best singer and dancer in Arashi. He draws, paints, sculpts, etc. And he is a great actor, both on stage and in front of camera. I think his quirkiness is really great, and I actually really like the fact that he doesn't necessarily have that charisma that most stars put on. Moving on to the next member. Sakurai Sho. Sho is a wonderful combination of both serious and silly. He's a great speaker and is actually an accomplished newscaster for News Zero. He's the only one of the members to graduate or even go to college, and he went to Keio University, which is pretty prestigious. He's poised, mature, and is often thought of as the actual lead figure for Arashi. On the other hand, he's always messing up on all the little games and experiments that Arashi does on their shows. He gets made fun of a lot. He loves to play with kids and is really good at taking care of them. He makes fun of himself all the time. He's the rapper of the group and usually writes his own lyrics, and so oftentimes those rap parts in Arashi's songs are referred to as sakurap. The other members used to sometimes call him Okasan, which means mom, which says a lot about him. He just seems to be a very caring and warm-hearted person. On to the next guy. Aiba Masaki. Aiba is just a ball of sunshine. He is always so happy and excited about everything. He is super silly and dorky. He says a lot of stupid stuff. He gets lots of smacks in the back of the head from the other members. While he's made fun of for sometimes messing up the dance steps or whatnot during performances, Aiba's actually one of the most athletic of the members. He has a really unique voice, which took me some getting used to, but I actually really like it now. It really matches his personality. He often acts like a kid, and he seems like he'd be a lot of fun to hang out with, but he's not totally immature either, and he can really be professional when he needs to be. Moving on. Ninomiya Kazunari. Nino is the first of the members that I discovered through a drama, so he's the one who introduced me to Arashi. He has that baby face, he writes a lot of fun and cute songs, and he just seems like he would be such a sweetheart. When you see him interacting with the other members and whatnot though, he can actually be really sassy, which I was surprised by at first. He gets so sarcastic and cheeky with the other guys, although it's all in good fun and I think he's hilarious. Nino's the gymnast of the group, but despite his small frame, he definitely has a big personality. He is a brilliant actor and even made it to Hollywood with Letters from Iwo Jima. Alright, there's just one last member. Matsumoto Jun. Probably the most popular member of Arashi is Matsujin. He starred in one of the most famous dramas ever, Hanayori Dango, among other things. He's definitely the one with the cool image in Arashi, although he also has his silly moments as well. He's the youngest member of the group, although he doesn't really look or act like it. He's very professional and can also be a little bit intimidating. Unlike most people, he's not necessarily my favorite member, not that I have a favorite, simply because I don't think he shows enough of his personality, but when he does sort of let loose and be dorky, I really like it, and he's been doing that more and more, I think, over time. He cares so much about Arashi, and I really enjoy him both as an actor and as a group member. So there's a brief glance at Arashi. I have so much love for these guys. I mean, sure they're handsome, sure they're talented, but what I really love is their personalities and group dynamic. Watching them is just so much fun. I'm personally not the type to get really obsessive and buy a ton of merchandise and put posters of them all over my room or anything like that, but Arashi is still one of my greatest interests. They're basically teaching me Japanese, and I always say this, it's a little bit cheesy, but while it's kind of weird to say that a J-pop group has changed my life or anything like that, what Arashi does for me is they just make my life a little bit brighter. So if you're looking for a feel-good male music group, definitely go check them out. And for those Arashi fans out there, post a comment. Tell me why you're a fan of Arashi. Like I just mentioned, these guys have a huge part in teaching me Japanese, and I'll be explaining how that is in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next week.